Afternoon guys, me again. So I wanted to have a quick chat about something I launched yesterday on my Facebook page, and I thought I'd do this and just give a little bit of insight as to why, what inspired me to do it, why am I doing it. So I launched a campaign called BackABuddy. It's something you can go onto the BackABuddy website, and you can pretty much through crowdfunding raise funds for either a charity, an individual. Like what I've done, I'm trying to raise funds for more safety equipment and camera equipment to assist me further in my snake removals and relocations. And what got me going on this is that this week a fellow snake handler suffered a bite from a worm slung. He's fine, dry bite, don't have to worry, very lucky man. Anyway, and that got me thinking that, you know what, you can never have too much safety equipment. You should always be over prepared than under prepared. And I thought, how do I, as just an average bloke, I'm not rich at all, not by any means. I don't have the sort of money to raise these funds myself at all. I'm a family man, I've got a young family, small family. So I thought, how do I do this? And then I found BackABuddy. I actually remembered a friend of mine, probably about 2 years ago, used it as well. And he raised money to repair his car. So I thought, maybe I can reach out to family, friends, and the community I serve, and maybe they can help me with small donations, help me raise the money for this project. And yeah, so I kicked it off yesterday. I launched it yesterday. I've had 2 donations so far. So I would like to raise 15,000 Rand. So far I've raised 654 Rand and 29 cents. To the 2 people that have donated, you know who you are. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'm very far off my target though. So I quickly wanted to have a chat as to why I need these things. Why do you need these things, Dave? You know, you do this out of your own, you choose to do this. Yes, absolutely I do. Probably for the love of snakes, for the love of nature, and also to keep you, your family and your pets safe. Every second day, if not every day, I receive call outs from mostly forensic people with snakes in their premises, and I respond straight away. Yes, absolutely. I launched a call-out fee a week, 2 weeks ago, because that nowhere near would cover this. It would take me months and months and months to reach my goal of the 15 grand I need for the equipment. You know, the call-out fee that I do charge, that mainly goes straight into my vehicle, mainly fuel, and at some stage I need some tires and that sort of stuff. So maintenance, wear and tear and fuel is pretty much where that money goes into. So if you guys want to go have a look at the campaign, I'll put all the links in the description below. But I quickly want to run through the equipment that I've listed that I would like, and I want to give you a brief rundown of why I would like it, why I need it. So I've got my laptop out here. Obviously I just want to run through all the equipment quickly. So the first thing is Hex Armor gloves. Right, they've got a ridiculous price tag, very well so. They cost 6,000 Rand, but these are absolutely phenomenal. There are a couple of guys, a good few guys who can afford them, who have bought them, use them very, very often. A snake's fangs cannot penetrate these gloves. So in a really sticky situation where you need to get a snake out of a fence where it's entangled itself, or like I had 2 months ago, I had a puffer that was entangled or got really seriously stuck in a drain grid. Those gloves would have been the absolute perfect thing to have and use, and unfortunately I didn't, so it took a lot longer, and eventually we got the snake out after about 20 or 30 minutes. So in really tough situations, these are absolutely awesome to have. So that's number 1 on the list. Not really in any specific order, but that will definitely be the first thing if I can raise enough money to purchase a pair of those. Right, then ASI Pro snake tongs. I've got a pair now at the moment. As snake handlers, we don't like using tongs. If you don't use them correctly, you can injure the snake. But in really sticky situations, if a snake's up in a tree, and you can maybe just get it with the tongs, you can use them obviously with caution to get them down. And I would like to purchase a pair that are 1.5 meters long. That just gives you that little bit of extra reach. I've had a case as well with a puff adder in some really dense bush, and I battled for probably about 5 or 10 minutes with a hook stick trying to get it out. And that was literally on my hands and knees and physically pulling the snake towards me. So it wasn't an easy task. I eventually did get it out. But in cases like that, or especially boomslang, these would really come in handy just to have that little bit of extra reach. Alright, that ASI mini snake hook. Now, mini snake hook, they're going to be 70 centimeters. So these you'd use for juveniles or really small adders, juvenile puff adders, berg adders, that sort of stuff. The big traditional 1 meter snake hook is just too long. So that's definitely a requirement. Then ASI probe kits. Right, so Cape Nature requires me to do my best to try and identify whether the snake is male or female. And the only real proper way you can do that is by probing them. You'll see I did a video with Willem from Helderberg, Blowberg Snake Rescue, from Blowberg Snake Rescue. I'll post that link in the comments below, where we actually used a probe kit on a Skaapsterker. You can see how those are used. Right, next one, Midwest snake tubes. Snake tubes is a very, very safe way to handle snakes, to probe snakes. If a snake's got an injury, especially the venomous stuff, you can put them into a tube and safely handle them without that snake turning around in the tube and actually biting you. I did also a video with Willem from Blowberg Snake Rescue on a puff adder that we tubed and probed at the same time. So I'll put that link in the description below. You can see how those work. Very, very safe. Snake gaiters. Something that everyone should use in tricky situations when looking for puff adders in dense bush. So those pretty much strapped to your shins, and if by chance you do step close enough to a puff adder and you do suffer a bite to the leg, the bites are normally from the knee down, those gaiters will come into full effect. So those are definitely a must-have in a situation like that. Right, then I'd like to have an extra transport container. I've got 2 tubes and I've got 1 transport container, but on a good day you can run into some trouble where you don't have enough containers to actually run all your snakes in. And then I would like, on top of that, 6 containment containers. Right, those will be containers that will actually be here at home with me. And as I catch snakes before release, I bring each one home generally because of our drought. I'll give them all a bowl of water, and 99% of them duck straight into that water and have a good long drink. So either later that day or the next morning, when I release them, I at least know that they are hydrated and they've had something to drink before I set them off. So I'd like 6 of those. Again, on a busy day, I quickly run out of capacity with containers, which generally ends up in me going to release them straight away. Also not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But yeah, like I say, with the drought, if I can just offer them a little bit of water, I will definitely try and do that. And guys, I've priced everything. That brings me up to about 15,025 Rand. So 30 Rand each, guys. 500 people, 30 Rand each, will bring me right up to where I need to be. 1,000 people at 15 Rand each, guys. What is 15 Rand? What is 30 Rand? It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. If you can only afford 2 Rand 50, I will happily, with open arms, accept that 2 Rand 50. All donations, you can also remain anonymous, or like the 2 people that have donated already have put their names in, and obviously I personally thank them for that. Guys, it's for a worthy cause. Like I said, unfortunately, I can't raise these funds on my own. As much as I want to, as much as I'd love to, I can't. The job is exceptionally risky. It is dangerous. And I would really appreciate, even if it's 10 bucks, 10 Rand, I would be more than happy to accept anything. Yes, on top of that, this list, that was just the safety equipment and equipment that I need. I would obviously love to have an extra GoPro. that I can actually put on scene and record the whole catch going down. I've got a camera on one of my hook sticks, which works fine, but obviously I like to have a bit of a different angle, so you can see exactly what's going on. And then obviously various amounts of tripods and everything else. Guys, go over to the link, head down there, support me if you can, please. I would appreciate it. Some might think maybe it's a bit cheeky, but I don't know how else to do this, and I really appreciate everybody's help. Head over, jump onto the links, see the campaign, view the campaign, make a small donation, make a big donation. Everything will be greatly appreciated, and I'll be more than happy on social media, and you've got it on camera now, to put out proof of purchases, photographs of the equipment, everything, so you know exactly where your money is going. I'll be more than happy to do that. Guys, thank you. I appreciate everybody's support in advance. I hope this video will get a little bit of traction and get a few more rand ticking over, and yeah, that'll enable me to get the equipment I need. Have an awesome day.